In the fourth round of the NFL draft, the Jets took a flyer on Clemson quarterback Cade Klubnik. So let's put on the All-22 and see if he can be the long-term starter in New York. Let's go. What is going on, everybody? It's Luke here in the Jets film room, and we're back with another All-22 breakdown. And today we're evaluating the newest addition to the QB room, Cade Klubnik. I understand why the Jets drafted him at 110 overall. Today, it's going to be a mostly positive video, and we're going to start with the 2024 Clemson tape. That's where Klubnik easily played his best football, and I'm going to show you the traits that made the Jets trade up to 110 to take him. For me, it all starts with the athleticism and ability to make plays outside of structure. It's something that Klubnik did extremely well last season. We're going to start with the ability to make throws with different arm angles and off different platforms. A great example here to start against NC State. Have a look how Klubnik gets the ball here from the shotgun, is able to roll out with a man in his face, throw off platform, and deliver a dime for a Clemson touchdown. But I want to freeze it right here. We have the 5 tech just racing, untouched right in our face. If I told you this was going to be a touchdown, you wouldn't believe me. High level athleticism, the ability to lasso, make a guy miss, get out in space, and then look at the platform we're throwing off. Left leg in the air, throwing the ball with our shoulders square to the line of scrimmage, and it is in a perfect position where only our receiver can go and get that football. That's what Cade Klubnik did really, really effectively, and there were a ton of examples just like this. And more of the same from Cade, but this time against Texas in the college football playoffs. I want you to watch how he climbs the pocket. He wants to stay in structure, throw the in-breaker, but it's not there, so he rolls out and becomes a playmaker. It was natural for him in 2024, and this is the trait I want in my developmental quarterback taken in the 4th round. I'm not trying to tell you that Cade Klubnik is going to be a sure thing. I'm showing you why he has the potential to be a good NFL starter. But have a look how he wants to step up here. Climb that pocket, get his studs in the ground, rip the slant. As soon as he sees that the linebacker has come out and has taken away that throw, look how he straight away bails with a man in his chest. I mean, you've just got the looper coming straight at him, unblocked, and he's able to get that funky arm angle and deliver a strike. Keep his team ahead of the chains, and this is something that I absolutely love. Klubnik, out of structure, he could really make things happen. And another example here against Georgia. Now, don't get me wrong, this was not his best game. They got outplayed, they were completely outmatched from a talent perspective, but Klubnik here does something really cool on 3rd down. He's going to roll out to the right-hand side of your screen in their formation. Look how he gets outside a contain again, and then starts conducting, telling his receivers where to go in these scramble drill situations. Again, I like the identification. We've got a linebacker blitzing straight through the A-gap. He sees it, he gets out in space, doesn't take the sack, and then he layers this ball in a position where his guy can get it, go and high point it, use your length, and a really nice 3rd down conversion from Cade Klubnik. These are the things that you want to see because in the NFL, things break down all the time. Yes, in structure, it's going to look good, it's going to look easy, but what can you do when it's imperfect, when the picture isn't what you expected to see? That's something I really liked from Klubnik. But on a similar note, I think people are underestimating Klubnik's ability to be a ball carrier. Sometimes it's a designed run just like this. Have a look at him fake the jet sweep, he goes out in space, hits the hole, and it's a house call from his own territory. Now, I'm not telling you that Cade Klubnik is going to move like Noah Jackson, but I think he's a Bo Nix caliber athlete. I think you can design 3 to 5 runs every single game and take something off his plate. It's just another thing the defense has to scheme for, and that's so important in today's NFL. He has sneaky good wheels. Again, here against FSU, they're going to draw up a quarterback run. The ability to pull this football down, but look how he makes people miss in space, and he protects himself so well. Look at him slide here at the back end of this play. He doesn't take hits. I noticed that a ton in 2024. Had the understanding when to run out of bounds, when to slide, and make sure he protected his body. But he just had an ability to pick up 1st down after 1st down with his legs. But sometimes it was these scramble drill situations. Great one here going back to that Texas tape. Look how Klubnik wants to throw the ball, eyes are downfield, but he feels this pressure coming on the stunt. He sees it and he gets out. Great internal clock, puts his head down, and again, gets to the chains, moves the sticks, and gets the first down. This is something that you love in a quarterback. It's just something else to get him out of trouble when all else fails. What you've seen from the last few clips, I really like Klubnik outside of structure. And before we get any further, let me reinforce, this is a positive video. This isn't necessarily an evaluation of his entire body of work. I want to show you the reasons why the Jets drafted Klubnik. Please remember that. The second thing I saw and the trait I liked was his ability to push the ball vertically down the field into tight NFL windows. Great example here against the Bulldogs. From out of shotgun, once again, I want you to watch the trajectory of this throw with a guy at his feet. Klubnik just drops it in the bucket. I mean, that is perfection. He has a great innate ability to layer these throws in. I mean, look at that. Talk about perfection. You couldn't hand it to the receiver in a better spot than Klubnik put it. It is beautiful. This wasn't a one-off. There were 5 or 6 examples from the games that I watched from 2024. This one, though, it might have been the best. Now, the NC State game again, I want you to really watch how he's got backside pressure. I mean, we know we are going to take a hit here, but look at the delivery and the location from Klubnik vertically down the field. Just squeezing it over the DB's helmet, time and time again, putting it at a better than 50-50 chance for his receiver. This was a strength. He mightn't have the biggest arm, but arm talent also involves layering that football in, that trajectory, that arc, and I saw a ton of that from Cade Klubnik. Couple of really, really good examples. And one more, let's really nail it home. You're going to see out of shotgun, it's a theme in college and with Clemson's offense, but have a look at this, guys. I mean, this is tight coverage. This is what you're going to see on Sundays in the NFL. This guy is not open at the boundary. Cade Klubnik throws him open. This is elite stuff. This is why coming into the 2025 college season, this kid was going to go number 1 overall. I've mentioned it. It fell apart. We'll get to that. I'm just showing you. There are some high-level things that made the Jets say, yes, this is our developmental quarterback. This is the guy we believe we can turn into an eventual starter. And I like the dart throw. But now I'm going to sprinkle in a couple of the weaknesses. For me, there were 2 things that jumped out on the tape from 2024. The first, sometimes he was late getting rid of the football. And the second thing is there were times mechanically where Klubnik fell away with his front side and it led to some inaccuracy. Let's go back to that first point though, being a little late with his read or with his delivery. A great example against FSU. Klubnik's going to throw the ball to the right-hand side of your screen, number 1 receiver. The dig's open, I'll let it roll for you. He sees it, goes to the right spot, but sails the throw. But more importantly than that, I want you to watch when he lets go of this. He's waiting for him to clear the DB. We've got that separation right here. Look how Klubnik takes this kind of little double clutch of the football. He's a little bit late, and that's why then the window closes and he's got to go upstairs. If he rips this a little bit earlier, this is a touchdown. The receiver does a great job clearing the coverage. Throw it. Get rid of the football. Look, he's still wanting to see that he's going to win, and as a result, that window closes. You have to trust what you're seeing, and there were times when I just thought Klubnik didn't quite do it. Now, that's okay. This is 2024. I expected him to develop. The issue is that he didn't really this season. The other thing I mentioned was sometimes mechanically he just fell away from his throws. You're going to see it really, really well from this end zone angle. I want you to watch how Klubnik falls towards the right-hand side of your screen. Look at that foot. It doesn't step towards his target. It goes right towards the sideline. Our shoulders open up. We unravel early, and what happens? We dirt the throw. Tight end does a really nice job here sitting down against zone coverage. We have to hit this 10 times out of 10. I mean all day. But he didn't do it because of his mechanics. And this is something I saw a little bit that Frank Reich will have to improve. We can't be in this position. This is not what we need. This is lazy. He's not under a high level of pressure here. He needs to be better with his base. But I think that's something that he can improve on. Now, there are also a couple more examples from the Virginia game. Now, I didn't have the all 22 of this, so I can't show you clips, but I've circled the guy who is wide open. He is naked in the NFL. You need to make this throw. But once again, look at Klubnik in the pocket. He's got shoulders square to the line. This isn't a scramble drill situation. He's throwing in structure. We want to have our foot pointed and our shoulder towards our target and drive the football. Klubnik is square. He's not in a great position. And even though our receiver is wide open, he sails the ball 10 yards over his head. I'm not exaggerating. Go and look up the Virginia game. You'll see this play. He did this time after time in these kind of situations where his mechanics failed him. We need to see Klubnik get more consistent, and let's see if Reich and the Jets offensive coaches can do that. But let's use the sandwich technique and finish with some examples of Cade Klubnik doing really good things inside a structure. I think he really improved in this aspect throughout the 2024 season. Going back to that Florida State game, look how he's able to read this out really well. We've got the post dig, hits that post, they miss a tackle, and ends up being 6 points for Clemson. But I like the process here from Klubnik, the quarterbacking inside a structure. We've got our eyes planted on that middle field safety, we're looking him off, we shuffle in the pocket, we use the dig as a clear out, and we fire in a strike to that post route, and it's really efficient quarterback play. This is stuff you want to see, especially in the season before a player declares, just like I talked about with Fernando Mendoza at Cal. Another example from that same game, look how he's able to be on time, 3-step drop, get rid of the ball to the out route, but what impresses me here is, yes, makes the right decision, but look at the anticipation. We've separated our hands already when I froze it right here for you. That receiver hasn't even thought about breaking, but he understands the timing of the NFL offense, or what will be the NFL offense, and where to go with the football. Really good example. I like the quick, short throwing motion for Klubnik. Lots of things to like in structure. And last example, this time going into the red zone where all the windows are shorter. I want you to watch the slot number 2 receiver, right-hand side of the formation. It's really easy for Klubnik off this read option because he's able to throw the ball with anticipation and gets it to the receiver before he even breaks once again. Puts it in a great spot, uses the leverage he creates, and it's a touchdown. Really nice, simple things. Easy throws, but it shows he knows where to go with his eyes, his foot mechanics can improve, and I liked some of the anticipation from Klubnik. So there you go, guys. There's some of the reasons why the New York Jets traded up to pick 110 to draft Cade Klubnik. I want to emphasize that I don't think the Jets wasted a pick. They traded away about 59 spots of value. Remember, they got 199 back, and they took the quarterback they liked to be the developmental guy in their room. In a poor draft, that's a good decision, and I think I've shown you today why the Jets were intrigued by Cade Klubnik.